I'm Reese, and this is Back Porch News. After last week's disastrous Hurricane Helene, the Southeast has suffered billions in damage, and more than 200 people have been confirmed dead. The inland town of Asheville, North Carolina, has been destroyed by a once-in-a-century flooding. In the midst of this tragedy, the response from the federal government has been awful, according to thousands of reports from rural mountain folk. In response, DHS head Alejanro Mayorkas claimed they are out of money, but something seems fishy. From Fox,
we are meeting the immediate needs with the money that we have. We are expecting another hurricane hitting. We do not have the funds, FEMA does not have the funds to make it through the season.
From the New York Post, critics pointed out that the Department of Homeland Security allocated $640.9 million this year. That's $1.2 billion in the last 2 years. In FEMA-administrated funds to aid state and local governments in coping with the influx of asylum seekers, though Mayorkas' office backfired late Thursday, insisting those funds could not be used for hurricane relief. Congress authorized them specifically for the migrant crisis. The $640 million spent this year comes solely from the Shelter and Services Program. The original program from which the migrant funds flowed aimed to alleviate homelessness, with 1983 legislation setting up the Emergency Food and Shelter Program and calling for projects and activities in civil jurisdictions with high unemployment or in labor surplus areas or in political units in pockets of poverty. The December 22 funding bill authorizing the split-off program for spending on migrants vaguely described the purpose as for providing shelter or other services to families and individuals encountered by the Department of Homeland Security. That's right, folks. This entire $1.4 billion was originally intended for homeless Americans, which could have totally been applied to the Helene victims. But in 2022, Nancy Pelosi rushed through Congress declaring that it could be used for the migrant crisis, and Mayorkas has made his choice. He chose illegals over Americans, and now is lying about it. Or at least that's how it looks from my back porch. Am I wrong? Is Mayorkas acting in good faith, or is he in fact a dirty, dirty liar? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you next time on Back Porch News.